So hey there guys, I've just watched episode 15 of season 2 of ReZero, and it's definitely very different from episode 15 of season 1 of ReZero, and I am glad. So the discussion is in the description, go watch it, and go back here if you want to listen to the what I say? The reaction is in the description, go watch it, and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts right now. And honestly, first of all, there's not much to discuss, but honestly, Otto is really cool. Because just having him being the best bro, which he kind of going for in the previous episodes, it's okay, it's simple, it works, it's simple. But here, having a whole flashback showing that the guy is actually pretty special, not just special, but also went through some serious issues in his life, that makes him even closer to me as a character. I care more about him. I like him more because those flashbacks, even the little ones, they're great. So, right from the start, we learned that Otto can command bugs. I mean, I'm not sure if he can command just bugs, but judging by his power, he can understand animals and can speak with animals. Because he was telling the stories to all of the animals of the town. And, I mean, that's cool. But bugs were the only creatures that he was shown the ability to actually control. And he controlled them in masses. And if you ask me, that's a very, very strong power. I mean, it's not gonna win a war, but it will definitely. It's definitely strong against some unprepared victims. Like whole village can literally run away seeing that the millions of bugs, because the people don't like bugs. And if he can control other animals, Jesus, the man can control like dragons. Those dragons, they are all riding like Patrash. Those are big ass creatures. I mean, though they're kind of friendly, but if you can control like a fucking 100 of those, they're gonna stomp everything. So the power is cool, and the first one to see the power is Garfield. And let's say that Reap like few thousands of poor bugs because they attacked Garfield, and since he went away, he definitely used some strange, powerful magic and probably killed all those poor bugs. So yeah, and then after that starts a flashback, and that was an interesting flashback. So that's why he couldn't understand stuff. He was sitting and constantly hearing noises, wasn't able to focus on normal human voice, because yeah, just imagine hearing every single bug and the birds and everyone else. So he was like out of this world for quite a long time, and doctors weren't able to help him. And it's interesting, I don't know where he lives, because we now in some of the episodes, like 1 or 2 of the first season, Emilia said that this is either the continent or a country called somehow. I forgot how it called, either on K, either on A. I forgot, but yeah. So there are other countries. I wonder if this is the same country, but just other town, but or either it's like a completely different country he's living in, because his town looks very much Arabic, and people are there look Arabic, with the clothes. And I mean, it's not like super duper Arabic, but kind of Arabic, sort of. Mm. The doctor looks like a goddamn Sherlock Holmes, though. So the doctor wasn't able to help him, but his brother, who's 7 years older than Otto, um, taught him to write, and he was able to write something nice to his mother, and mother was crying and happy. And Otto cried for the first time. Unfortunately, we do not understand what the language says because there's the picture, and yeah, I can see few number threes, different types of number threes. Unfortunately, I don't know what's written in here. But Subaru was quite good with learning this stuff. I wonder if it's the same language as we speak in our country. And yeah, and then one day when he was 10 years old, he got that power. That he was able to speak and hear the creatures. And they called it, that's an amazing power. You shouldn't talk to the bugs. People around. Divine protections are blessings granted by this world. So what's about divine protections? What type is that? I mean, Ram and Ram, they both have magic. Does that count as divine protection? What divine protection is? Is that like some sort of passive ability, not like magic they can learn? Or what? Because the fact that he got this power exactly, I mean, it started like working normally exactly when he was 10 years old, is somewhat interesting. Other characters. What about other characters? Maybe Emilia got her powers. She can speak with spirits. That doesn't look like a special magic, like fucking throwing fireballs and stuff. To me it resembles more the divine protections. And maybe even Elsa wasn't killed. I mean, the moment Beatrice attacked her, she was like fucking crystallized and like shattered. But no, the woman somehow survived. Maybe she also have some divine protection, some passive magic ability. I wonder what's with those and how often this happens and who has those. Because they're showing it not just because Otto is great. I feel that this flashback is more focused not on Otto but on actually divine protections, that there is such thing in this world as divine protections. Who also have something like that? Actually, I don't even know who else. Or blessing, but there are people who would try to take advantage of it. So, his brother said that you shouldn't use the power because people may not understand and may not like it and may even try to take advantage over it. Who else? I think that Krush, man, we haven't even seen Krush from like starting from episode 1 or 2. Krush also said that she has like feelings, like strong feelings. I mean, she can kind of understand or feel if that's true or not true, if that's also the thing. I don't know. Because magic is magic, but that thing is something interesting. So his little brother tells that he can actually speak with the bugs, and she shows them the bugs, but yeah, people didn't approve it too much. After that, I sealed my divine protection. And swore never to use it again. I mean, you can use it, but... And when he was 15, yeah, the situation started with the boy that accused him into going with the girl. And then he spoke with all the animals in the world, literally, with pigs, with mice, with even a goddamn camel. It's like so weird. In this picture, we can see a camel in the snow. A camel in the snow. That is a snow. Snow, not a snow, it's snow. And there's like 2 pigs and a donkey. And he speaks with them like, oh, you guys know something? And with the cows and with some weird creatures. Like, what are those, man? Those like, what? How are they called? I forgot, but yeah, like a big mice, basically. Not reds, bigger ones. And the birds and the dogs. So he tried to learn what's up. And all of the animals actually told him about this. And then he saw like a kitty. A pretty kitty. Girl kitty. And then the chat, god damn, that dude is he doesn't have a hair like that. Such a playboy, god damn it, Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous, but I mean, yeah, that cat knows how to please a lady. Oh yeah, and they're going like meow meow, oh meow meow meow. And then Otto realized that he is actually most likely not a cat. So instead of saying meow meow, he said that the girl actually banged with 8 guys. Not banged, but yeah, was with them, was dating them. And the guy didn't take it very well as a girl said that he's hidoi, and they translated it as a jerk. I mean, if she would say baka, they translated jerk. If she says hidoi, they translate it as jerk. The translators don't even think about actually trying to fucking translate stuff. You just do something. I hate that. I need to learn Japanese now, like fully, completely, because such a rich language, and it's rich. It's cool in terms of one word, depending on how it was said, in what situation it was said. One single word can describe all sorts of different actual things, or like emotions. And that's cool about language, because that's actually cool when you can do this. The language very dependent on like your actual emotion. That's why Google Translate have serious issues translating Japanese into English, because it kind of need to have a context, and it's better to even see the man who's speaking with you, because by his appearance, it's like an added perspective to what he's saying. It gives the fuller picture. But we're getting distracted. So I vote for for some good translators to finally start translating stuff, and not translate hidoi into jerk. Because as I've said, hidoi is when you did something like not nice, as I've kind of roughly explained, like that you're being kind of rough. Yes, yeah. If someone is ruthless, but not like super ruthless, but ruthless, that sort of thing. So the girl was actually daughter of a very important dude in the town. So Otto said, "You know what, guys? Screw you. I'm taking my giant ass dragon and I'm gonna make money. And I'm gonna live happily." And then he met Beetlejuice. Oh yeah, says Beetlejuice. I never expected to see the crazy dude again. I still wonder a lot about him. What's his story? Because there was already shown some pictures of him and the witch reaching to him. And that little thing with Emilia kind of remembering the phrase he said about being slothful. And Beatrice actually saying that you left me, Jews. That's all super interesting. The guy's super crazy. So he takes Otto with all his cultists. And Otto was saved by the guy. I will not be able to remember his name, unfortunately. You know, I think he's Rodrigo. Or Ricardo. Probably Ricardo, not Rodrigo. Ricardo. Because stupid me decided to mess all the names in my brain, and then he's just a random Mexican name, dude. So he was saved by the wolf guy. And he's like, Nita, as always, as he always does. So Otto was actually lucky that he wasn't eaten by Beetlejuice. The guy's crazy. But then yeah, those little two fluffy guys. What's their like? Little Kitty's two brothers, take him hostage, and that's actually what we saw in episode either 23 or 22 of season 1. In this successful war line, Otto was actually captured by them and taken to the village. In such a little detail, but now we know how it all happened. So that's how we saw that picture. And also what's interesting, so Otto, when he overuses the power, he starts bleeding, so it's kind of affecting him. It's not very nice for his health. So birds tell him you're gonna die. That's what old birds say. Even though... Oh, but he still fights, and all that fight, him and Ram fighting, it was all just for Subaru to go in and to speak with crybaby Emilia and say that she loves her and to kiss. It's like sending your best friend to fucking fight zombies outside the house so you can bang your girlfriend inside the house, you know. It's quite rude towards your friend, but... Oh, Hidoi is rude. That's a nice word to describe Hidoi. So yeah, Otto throws those red things, explosive ones. But Garfield is Garfield. He... Say what you want, but he's strong. Very, very strong. And then the best girl appears. Helfula, she says. Cookie Beach. What he fucking blocked her wind magic somehow. With like his leg somehow digging out dirt. Or was it magic or what? I don't know. But he made basically a shield out of dirt. Cold Ram, Cookie Beach. I'd punch him for this. Then we see some greatness from Ram. Just her being on the screen is like pure greatness. He criticizes everyone. But kinda, it's cool that she's with us. And her voice, man, I can listen to her voice for like ages. So she fights with the guy, but then starts bleeding profusely. I don't know what actually happened. If she punches him for quite a lot, he falls. But then something happens to her, and a lot of blood. I thought she died. Oh, that was her horn bleeding. I suppose the blood went from her face, from her forehead, or from this place. No, forehead is the back one. I may be messing stuff, but from here. And so yeah, Garfield giant lion tiger Godzilla thing appears, starts running, and what's with those subtitles though? Why are they turned? Suven. Otto Suven was written there very roughly. And while it all happens, Emilia is crying in the temple, and Subaru is like, "Hey there, babe. Ain't you feeling lonely today?" And she's like, "Baka." So I'm not gonna go and discuss the whole thing. Because there's no need. There's no need to. I'm just going through this. Yeah. It's like, I love you. Why you love me? Cause you're pretty. I don't believe you. I love you. Why do you love me? Cause you're suffering. I don't believe you. And why do you love me? Shut up. That went in all of the possible ways. It was like, felt like there. I don't know how to fucking describe it. They were banging all the walls with this dialogue, and finally they kind of found the way out. They let the emotions out, because I mean, I kind of understand Emilia, but not understand her as well, because she goes through difficult times, and by opening the door that was locked with Puck, she actually got more memories, and memories are what you made of. Your real self is based on your previous life, your experience with people, like with in places and everything, right? So when you don't exactly remember half of your life, you're a different human being from you actually remembering all this. And she may actually transform to a different person, if this is good or not. But she will most likely do this. And so for her, it's all traumatic, it's all difficult. And seeing Subaru trying for her, I mean, she kind of criticizes. At the same time, she criticizes him for leaving her at such moment when she needed support very much, and also kind of asks like, "Why do you like me so much?" So it's like both praising and criticizing. Not like praising, but saying that she's not worth it, but basically saying that he's also kind of a jerk. So yeah, I mean, that's just a basic girl. She doesn't really want what she actually need, but she very much need to say something, and to say something to the man who loves her. And I mean, thankfully, Subaru endures this all. He remembers the wise words of his mother, and does what he should have done previously. Just kisses the girl, and she's like, "Oh, you should have started from it, god damn it. It would have been much more easy." So she takes it very well. and Subaru tells she's believing in her. So I mean, basically, they both had got support from each other. I just wonder what exactly happened to Subaru before this all. During the night, why he had to go? What happened during the night? I suppose the meeting with Baba, or how they call it, Ryuzo. Why he was kind of beaten up? I don't know. White Fox. Kim Kwan-woo, Lee Sun-young, Hong Da-young, Lee Hyun-mi. People helped develop, and Shin Yae-hee. Good job, Shin Yae-hee. You did well. Again, Hui. In my language, it sounds very funny. So the end of the whole scene is like, you know what, Emilia? I love you so much. The love is so strong, and like you are also like so strong. So gambate, and she's like gambarimasu, and Garfield is here, and he's like, as he always does. I just hope that poor girl Ram, and poor boy Otto are somewhat fine, not killed at least. Because Garfield doesn't look happy. At least he's not in his beast form and not killing people. By the way, I kind of don't even understand why he is like this. Why Subaru needed to distract him. Because, why? Because there was a danger. I mean, in the previous episode, Garfield and Ryuzu, they were sitting in the hut, in her hut, and he kind of was skeptical towards Subaru, let's say this, and he went away not very pleased. So seems like Subaru felt that it may end up bad. If he stays here, he's gonna attack Subaru or something. So they needed to leave the man, to distract the man, and somehow give Subaru time to bring back Emilia to senses. I suppose so. And yeah, they were successful. I just hope they're all in one piece. And I wonder what's now. I mean, yes, what changed after the dialogue? That Emilia's gonna say, like, yeah, I'm ready to go through the trial? I hope so. Because it's episode 15. We're in this stupidest sanctuary for, like, almost whole anime. Like, literally, like, 2 or 3 episodes were out of this place. And everything else is here. And that's it. An interesting episode. A promising episode. A diverse episode with fights, with love scenes, with like kissing. Finally, Subaru kissed Emilia. How many days, how many episodes we spent? I mean, she kind of kissed him, but he was like dead, and she was kind of crazy, so that doesn't count. But yeah. So let's wait and see how it's gonna continue. But until then, I'm gonna see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.